up, YouTube? My name is Johnny Griffith.
And my name is Simo.
And we are the Two Brurrs. And you are listening to the Two Brurrs podcast, episode 3. It is Wednesday, April 6th, and we have so much to dive into. WrestleMania 33 was Sunday, and a lot transpired on that day. Simo, I'm really trying to wrap my mind about the fact that we may never see The Undertaker in another wrestling match at WrestleMania.
He did retire. He might join the Hall of Fame next year, which we're probably thinking that he will. Same exact thing with Goldberg.
That's right. That is a likely scenario for next year's Hall of Fame. Let's talk a little bit about this match. Now, Undertaker started off pretty hot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Threw Roman Reigns out of the ring. He said, "This is my yard. This is still my yard," right? Got a couple decent moves off, but then it was just a Roman squash fest. It kind of reminded me of the Undertaker-Shawn Michaels match, where Undertaker was just telling, Shawn Michaels rather was telling Undertaker to just finish him, right? It almost looked like the same thing that Undertaker was doing to Roman Reigns.
Yep, to tell him to finish him, and Shawn Michaels had told Undertaker to finish him.
And that would have been Shawn Michaels' last match, as this is The Undertaker's last match. Now, The Undertaker has had a historical ride. And to see him go out to Roman Reigns, I'm not going to lie, it originally upset me. I didn't like the fact that Roman Reigns was going to be his last opponent. But now looking at it, I mean, it does kind of make sense. You know, Roman Reigns is the big dog. You know, whether the fans love him or hate him, he's still a talented individual. And I think it's about time we get a full-fledged Roman Reigns heel turn. I think it's time for Roman Reigns to be a full-fledged bad guy. What do you think?
Yeah.
What else do you think about The Undertaker and Roman Reigns?
I mean, I don't really like Roman Reigns that much.
Why not?
Because since he joined the Shield, he hasn't been acting how he is right now.
So you're saying when he was with the Shield, he was a different guy?
Yeah.
And you don't like him now too much?
No.
Nah. Well, you know, I mean, the Shield was a great faction, but it was definitely time for them to go their separate ways. I mean, look at Seth Rollins now. You know, if the Shield never broke up, you know, would we be seeing Seth Rollins being as great as he is as a singles competitor? Would we see Roman Reigns in these high-profile matches? Now, these matches that Roman Reigns are in, you know, they're pretty good wrestling matches. You know, like him or hate him, like I said, he's still a fantastic athlete. And, you know, if they just gave him that heel turn, I mean, the fans already hate him, right?
Yep.
He gets booed every time he comes out. So what you do is you play the reverse psychology on him, okay? You send out the heel, and then you know what's going to wind up happening? The fans are going to wind up cheering him. Eventually, because the universe always gets what it wants. And in this instance, Roman Reigns, heel turn, make it happen. Make it happen. Let's keep moving on. What do you got?
The Universal Championship match, Brock Lesnar and Goldberg.
Go ahead, take it away.
So it wasn't a squash fest like we said in episode 2. We hoped it wasn't. It wasn't a squash fest from Goldberg. Goldberg did take a trip to Suplex City.
Do you remember the suplex count? How many suplexes did Brock wind up finishing?
13 or 10.
Oof. Vicious, right?
Mm-hmm. And we have a new Universal Championship.
We do.
Beast Incarnate Brock Lesnar.
So tell us a little bit about what happened when Brock was taking Goldberg to Suplex City, and then he gets up, and then he turns around though.
And spears him.
Spear City. That was probably my favorite part of that match. That was my favorite part of that match. Well, actually, my favorite part was probably outside the ring. Do you remember what happened outside the ring? By the guardrail?
Oh, yeah. Brock Lesnar was on the barricade and Goldberg speared him through.
Right through. I think we both picked Brock to win this match.
Yeah.
There was no way that Goldberg was going to be able to come out of WrestleMania with the strap still on him. Brock was just a man on a mission, and he did exactly what we thought he would. I think the time of this match was maybe 5 minutes, a little under 5, so still a quick match, but you know,
it wasn't that quick than Goldberg's last matches that he had.
Yeah, so we got to see a little more action, which was cool.
Yeah,
you know, it was cool.
We wanted to see more action, actually. Oh, and that's why we said that Goldberg might join the Hall of Fame next year.
Well, okay, this is beautiful because we already talked about The Undertaker and we already talked, now we're talking about Goldberg. So back to that Hall of Fame situation next year, I think you have candidate number 1 and candidate number 2 for the Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
Most definitely. I mean, if that doesn't happen, I'd be very surprised. But I think Goldberg definitely needed this last mini run that he just had to help pad his stats and to solidify him as a Hall of Famer. I mean, the guy was unprecedented in WCW with that undefeated streak, and he's just been a monster his entire career. I believe last night was the first time that he actually lost a match, you know, without any interference of any sort. The first clean loss.
And this is the first loss against Brock.
Yeah, it is his first. It is his first loss against Brock. I wonder what Goldberg's other. I know he did have that loss with Kevin Nash. Offhand, I don't remember Goldberg's other losses, but I don't think they weren't clean losses. They came as the result of some outside interference. Let's continue.
Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt for the WWE Championship. A very disappointing match for him. An exciting match for me. Like I kept saying, I'm a fan of Randy Orton. He's a huge fan of Bray Wyatt. He's sad that he lost. And we also have a new championship. But these were three cool parts in the match. Whenever Bray Wyatt went upside down, worms, cockroaches, and baby flies.
Also known as maggots.
Maggots, yes.
Yeah, continue. Continue talking.
SmackDown Women's Championship.
No. Let's stay on the Randy Orton and Bray.
Oh, okay.
How did this match end?
Almost with the sister of Abigail, but instead an RKO. Very sad for the fans who like Bray Wyatt. I'm pretty happy because I like Randy Orton. Bray Wyatt kept trying to do a couple Sister of Abigails on Randy Orton, but every other one he kept reversing. He even on one of them he even forgot to do a kiss on the forehead. Mm-hmm.
I've been letting him speak because I have a couple things I want to say about this match. Right. WWE, you dropped the ball. You dropped the ball with this one. I didn't like the finish. I didn't like where it was placed on the card. I originally wanted Randy Orton, or felt that Randy Orton and Bray should have been the main event, but with knowing what I know now, being that it was Undertaker's last match, and he left it all in the ring, rightfully so, Roman Reigns, Undertaker was the main event. No problem with that. But the co-main event, you know...
A good thing it wasn't a Brock or Goldberg.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm happy it wasn't Brock or Goldberg, but the co-main event was the SmackDown's Women's title, wasn't it?
It was close to the main event. I thought it was going to be like on the kickoff.
Yeah, it was originally supposed to be on the kickoff, but I think fans were upset that it was on the kickoff because they're saying, you know, you're trying to do this Divas Revolution, and then you bury them on the kickoff show. So then they swap and they put the Intercontinental title on the kickoff show. I mean, I don't know. It's weird, just a little weird with me. I was disappointed with this outcome, especially. If anything, you know, I think they could have made Bray win, even if it was with, you know, Eric Rowan showing up at WrestleMania and costing him. He didn't show up. I'm saying I think that it would have been a good idea if they had Eric Rowan show up and cost Randy the match, and then, you know, Bray could have remained champion. I thought that would have been a good idea. You know, WWE, in my opinion, you dropped the ball with giving Randy back the title. I would have loved to see Bray keep his run, go a little bit longer, you know, but it is what it is. You know, I'm pretty sure Bray has a long career ahead of himself, and you know, he'll have some moments at Mania.
Maybe he has another thing up his sleeve.
Maybe. I mean, Eric Rowan is back with him now.
Yep.
You know, that did happen on SmackDown. We don't want to jump there yet, though. Let's continue. Let's continue.
The SmackDown Women's Championship match.
I think this was another one that I nailed on the head. Naomi, the hometown girl.
New SmackDown Women's Champion.
New Women's SmackDown Champion.
In her hometown.
In our hometown of Orlando, Florida. I liked this match. It was pretty entertaining. I mean, I did feel they pushed it towards the end of the card. I think it was the co-main event.
I didn't like that. That they pushed towards the main event.
Yeah, it was, you know, I don't know. It was entertaining, but the placement bothered me a little bit. Anyway, not too much to say about that match. Good match. Naomi, congratulations. Awesome. Yeah. Great return in your hometown. Congratulations. She did a 6 submission, too. Yeah. It was like a reverse Rings of Saturn. It was like a reverse one. Like she did it in the front. It was interesting. Interesting move. New move. New move is right. Let's... Non-sanction match. One of my favorite matches on the card. Seth Rollins versus Triple H. Now, this match definitely exceeded my expectations. There was one of my favorite parts in this match. I think I know where you're going with this. Did it involve Stephanie and one of these things? Oh yeah. Okay, good. Tell the story. So Stephanie was holding Seth Rollins by the ropes. Then Rollins moved out of the way. Triple H almost bumped into her, but then he grabbed the ropes. And then, as soon as he turns around, super kick to the face, bumps into Stephanie, and Stephanie falls through the table. And Stephanie is currently out of commission. Yep. She is done. We don't know for how long, right? But she's gotten I guess a well-needed vacation. Oh, and during the whole entire match, after she got bumped through the table, she didn't move. She was done. She was definitely done. Stick a fork in her. She's done. Oh. See you later, Stephanie. And she kind of looked like old school, I thought. She did. She did look like a little old school, right? Yeah. Now, how about Seth freaking Rollins on the wobbly knee pulling out the victory in this match? Against Triple H. Triple H, the only person that I knew that he lost against before this match was Roman Reigns, which was the main event. He held the title, Triple H held the title for him, and then he lost it. And then, this year, Triple H loses again against Seth Rollins. Against another member of the Shield. Of the Shield. That's broken up. That is broken up. I was very impressed with this match. I thought Seth did a phenomenal job with the injured leg.
Seth freaking Rollins
did a great job with this match. I was surprised Triple didn't have really nobody else come in and interfere, no Samoa Joe or anything like that.
Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, I thought he would have had a trick up his sleeve. He didn't. He went out there, and Seth and Triple put on a show. It was a great match. I really enjoyed that match. And Seth Rollins continues to impress. You know, he just gets better and better.
It would have been cool in the match if Triple H was laying on a table and Rollins did a Phoenix Splash through the table.
That would have been sick. Rollins is breaking out the Phoenix Splash. He did win with a pedigree, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you see, I think Seth has to start leaning towards getting a new move. You know, we don't want to see the pedigree no more, Seth. Get your own move. You're a talented, creative guy.
I think we thought of a move in 2K15.
Which move?
It was like his signature when he was a member of the Shield in 2K, but then they were broken up, so then me and, the two Brurrs created Seth Rollins as broken up of the Shield.
That's right.
And we made a new signature. The finisher was the curb stomp before they couldn't use it.
I really wish he could use the curb stomp again, because that was such a great move. But, you know.
One of my favorite WrestleMania moments, Randy Orton versus Seth Rollins.
Oh yeah, I think I talked about this too. And,
I liked the curb stomp that he was going for, and then into an RKO.
That's right.
So the last couple of WrestleManias, Randy Orton won, right?
Yeah, Randy's been a little bit on fire, but we know Randy's a beast already. Yeah. I still think that Bray should have pulled that one out. But anyway, let me stop talking about that match.
Yes.
Seth Rollins, awesome match. Now let's move on to Simo's favorite match at WrestleMania. The mixed tag match between John Cena and Nikki Bella. Now, when John Cena and Nikki Bella pull out the win, right?
Yeah.
I think it was an AA and
a double five knuckle shuffle and then a double AA.
Well, an AA, but then Nikki does the TKO spin.
Oh, yeah.
And then John Cena gets down and he asks Nikki to marry him, which got Simo a little emotional. And Simo did shed a couple tears.
No, I did not!
Simo did get a little teary-eyed.
No, I did not!
He was extremely happy for them.
Seriously? I did not have tears.
He didn't have tears. That was just all a joke. But, you know what? Congratulations to them.
I sort of didn't like that.
Yeah, it was cool, right? That was cool. You know,
we thought it was going to be a bad match.
Yeah.
Reese didn't even fight at all.
No.
I didn't even see her fight a single bit. She only took Nikki Bella and bumped her on the apron. That was it. Yeah,
this match was it was better than we thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
We'll put it that way. It wasn't the stinker of the card.
No.
It wasn't the stinker of the card. All right, so John Cena, Nikki Bella, congratulations, get married. See you later.
This is one of your favorite matches.
This is probably
your first.
My favorite match on the show.
And, the Hardy Boyz return.
It was the return of my favorite tag team.
His first.
Of all time. My favorite tag team of all time.
The Hardy Boyz.
The Hardy Boyz. Delete.
Actually, before the Hardy Boyz returned, we were both going for Enzo and Cass.
We were going for Enzo and Cass, and I think we had Enzo and Cass as our picks for this match. Yeah. But then, when the Hardy Boyz music hit,
we thought that the New Day was going to join the match.
When the Hardy Boyz music hit, I was a freshman in high school all over again. It was awesome. Now, I love the Hardys where they were. I love the song from back then and everything, but I really hope that all the legal issues go well with Matt Hardy and TNA, so that Matt Hardy can go full broken with Jeff, and they can bring that aura to WWE with the piano and
Jeff did his main move on the ladder like he always does.
Classic Jeff Hardy, swanton off the ladder.
On Sheamus.
The man is 39 years old, and he hasn't lost a step. I'm very happy to see the Hardys back in.
5 or 6 time tag team championship.
I believe maybe 6 or maybe 7 time now WWE champions. I'd have to look that up to get the exact
now
number.
on the Raw card.
WWE's tag team division needed the Hardy Boys. I do hope they become the Broken Hardys and they can go full-fledged. Delete. I hope they can do it. Great gimmick. I love it. Growing up a Hardy Boys fan, I was always definitely more of a Jeff fan.
Since the Hardy Boys returned on WrestleMania, I still went for Enzo and Cass.
Did you?
Yeah.
That's all right, though. That's all right. But like I said, I was always a big Jeff fan. But when Matt came out,
classic.
yes,
Yeah.
when Matt came with this broken gimmick, it was awesome. And I think Matt finally, after all these years, finally found himself and became, the more, got personality finally. Jeff always did all this talking in the ring with the moves and everything like that. But Matt, although he had some sound in-ring work as well, finally found a good character, and I love the broken gimmick, and I really hope that they settle that lawsuit so that they're able to bring the broken gimmick to WWE, because WWE will blow this up. The fans are already doing it. They're loving it. They're not going to stop with the delete. So as long as Matt continues to at least do one, just to keep the fans into it and just slightly tinker and do some subliminals with his character, I think that when they go full-fledged, it'll keep the fans interested in the broken gimmick. And when they go full-fledged broken, it's going to be great.
I think I saw some action from Enzo. A couple action from him.
What? In the match?
Yeah.
Okay, speak about the match a little bit. Speak about the match.
I don't remember what he did, but I think he did something with a little action and stuff.
Enzo?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. What did Enzo do that really stood out?
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing? I don't remember. Enzo didn't do nothing too crazy. I thought he would have had a WrestleMania moment if the match had stayed the same without the Hardy Boys. But once the Hardy Boys came in, you already know who was going to get the high flying moment off of the ladder, and that was Jeff Hardy. And he did, and he delivered with Swanton Bomb.
He almost did it to Cesaro and Sheamus.
He did. His legs caught Sheamus though, so it was still enough to keep Sheamus from getting back into the ring, and allowed Matt to old school rip down both titles. I like that instead of just unhooking the thing that holds the titles. That was awesome. Hardy Boys loved it. Okay, moving on.
Raw Women's Championship match. Elimination match. Like I said, I was going for Sasha. On that day, I had to switch. I had to go for Bayley. Oh, and like we said on episode 2, everybody straight Nia Jax. First one eliminated, and
they played their cards right.
Yeah.
They did the smart thing. They all teamed up, got Nia Jax out of there.
Yep.
Right? And then handled their business.
And Charlotte eliminated Sasha, and then elbow drop to Charlotte, and
Delete.
No, Bayley won.
She was deleted. That's right. Wasn't surprised. Like I said before, it could have went either way. Bayley retaining the title, totally cool with it.
I was happy.
They did what we said they were going to do.
I jumped up and down.
It was awesome. It was pretty awesome. United States Championship match.
Oh my goodness. My favorite match on the card. Jericho. This was the funniest part. Cole Breaker by the ropes. Owens with the tip of his finger on the ropes, and he's still in the match.
And
and then on Raw, Chris Jericho put Kevin Owens' finger on the list.
Kevin Owens' finger had made the list of Jericho. That was hilarious. What ensued after that? Well, let's save that for the Raw talk.
Yeah.
Let's finish up here. So, Kevin Owens, Chris Jericho, awesome match. I think
won.
he hit the powerbomb on the outside of the ring, threw him in, pinned him.
No. He hit a cannonball on the outside of the ring.
What a move. What a sick move. I think you called Cannonball and Pop-Up for the win, right?
Yeah.
But you just didn't know it was going to be Cannonball, Pop-Up from the outside.
No.
Yeah, that was creative. KO, awesome. And the man again. We both picked KO, and of course KO delivered.
AJ Styles versus Shane O'Mac.
AJ Styles versus Shane O'Mac was probably my second favorite match on WrestleMania.
Yep.
Besides the Hardy's took number one for me. I mean, this was just an awesome match. I am very surprised.
And actually, this wasn't a no holds barred match.
No, it wasn't.
And anyways, Shane McMahon hit his move with the garbage can.
He did. The formerly known as the Van Terminator that Rob Van Dam used to do in ECW, where he places the garbage can on the opponent's face and then leaps from one side of the ring with a drop kick all the way to the other side of the ring. But this match, I was thoroughly surprised.
Oh, and AJ, he actually did a Styles Clash with one arm.
He did. And there was just so many cool things about this match, like when AJ went for the 450.
Yeah. When he went for the 450 and he got him, and Shane McMahon got him in a triangle.
Yeah, because Shane McMahon, what does Shane McMahon do?
Jiu Jitsu?
Yeah. Do you know anybody else that does Jiu Jitsu?
No.
No?
No.
Do you know what Jiu Jitsu is?
Yeah. I do it.
Why don't you tell the fans out there a little bit about...
actually, I hurt my arm yesterday in it.
Yeah, explain to the fans what happened.
So, I was on the mat and, I think somebody's knee, pulled my arm back. I almost cried, but I didn't. So then, there's this teacher named Marcos. I told him, and then I didn't give up. No. You
came back to the locker room, right?
Mm-hmm.
I stretched the arm out, the hand and the wrist, right? You had enough strength in you.
I actually had something on me the whole school day.
That's right.
Yeah.
But, so then yesterday, after you came to the locker room, I adjusted the hand, right? Made sure it was good.
Yeah.
Drank a little bit of water.
Yeah.
And sent you back in there.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
And then I went against somebody else. I got hurt a little bit. He was on bottom and he bumped me and my hand landed on the mat. I was fine. I choked him twice.
Did he tap?
Yes.
And you caught him with two rear nakeds, which is also known as backpacks. And what else did you catch him with?
The arm bar.
And the arm bar. Now,
which Shane McMahon actually did in a match.
Shane McMahon did a triangle and an arm bar, right?
Yeah.
So, now, do you think that, being that you do jiu-jitsu, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that the jiu-jitsu definitely helped him in this match against Styles?
Yeah.
Because he went for the 450, and Shane used his jiu-jitsu mind and locked him into a triangle.
And actually, AJ pulled the win with the phenomenal forearm.
He did.
I was very happy.
But I thought this match was definitely better than I thought it was going to be. Shane McMahon came up. It was a good matchup. They carried each other well. I thought the match was clean.
I don't even know why I still have this shirt.
Well, because you know what? You still hold that hope that one day this man will return.
Yeah.
And that'll be a great day for wrestling if that doesn't happen. But great match, AJ and Shane, better than I thought. So that was awesome.
New Day makes a Final Fantasy.
That was their entrance. The New Day kicked off WrestleMania. I know we're going backwards here. So let's just hop to the kickoff show real quick, just to give you a quick breakdown.
Ambrose versus Baron Corbin.
Ambrose picked up the victory. The Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
Mojo Rawley. Actually, Gronk was there.
That was. Yes, he was.
And he won in the match. and he fought against
Jinder Mahal.
Jinder Mahal. He was actually in a football position.
He was, and he blasted him.
Yeah.
He blasted him.
And then Mojo eliminated him.
I guess that was cool, right?
Yeah.
That was cool.
And then they celebrated.
Yeah, and then they celebrated. That was cool. And your Cruiserweight champion is still...
Neville.
Neville, king of the Cruiserweights. Austin Aries, excuse me.
I don't think that Brooke was supposed to be involved.
No, that was an accidental burp. But Austin Aries, I was going for you. I thought you could pull it out, but
he did do some good action though.
No, it was a great match. Great match.
Yeah. He even flew through the middle of the ropes.
Yeah.
Neville ended it with the red arrow like I thought he was.
Yep, he did. You wanted him to go back to his high flying because he's been using the submission to Rings of Saturn.
And Austin Aries did pull up his submission.
The last chancery.
Yeah, and I don't even know how Neville got out of that.
I think he raked the eyes, didn't he? I think he raked his eyes or pulled his eyes or something.
That?
Yeah, I think he pulled a maneuver on the eyes. Anyway, like I said it was going to be, it was definitely a great wrestling match. And Neville pulled out the victory, which I'm not upset with. I was pulling for Aries, though. Okay, so let's head over to Monday Night Raw. Okay, Monday Night Raw starts off with... thank you, Taker. You know, the Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania is always a big one, right? Roman Reigns comes out, fans boo the hell out of him.
Yeah, and then he just said, "This is my yard." Throw down the microphone and left. That's all he said.
I really hope that was the hint of a possible heel turn, or they're just going to keep him as this, you know, wavering, neutral, tweener type character, either good or bad, whatever. I think he needs a full-fledged heel turn, though. I would love that to happen. So anyway, Roman gets booed pretty much all the way back up to the ramp. Then you get the Raw Tag Team Champions,
Hardy Boyz defend their titles against Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. Actually, the titles were on the line.
They were on the line, and the club was definitely deleted. They were deleted.
And actually, I was going for the Hardy Boyz. No.
Yeah, of course you got to go for the Hardy Boyz. Yeah. There was no way the Hardy Boyz were going to lose that. Hardy Boyz, I love it. Keep it up.
Wait, who's your third favorite? Gallows and Anderson?
What?
Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, your third favorite tag team.
I wouldn't call them a favorite tag team of mine. I like them. I do like the club.
You used to like them a lot.
No, I do like them a lot. I do like them a lot. But when I say favorite, I'm talking about like my favorites all time. They're relatively new to WWE. I like their stuff from Japan.
They come from Japan?
Oh, yes, they had a great run in Japan. We'll have to look into that a little bit.
The Hardy Boyz?
No, Gallows and Anderson. I'm going to show you some of their matches in Japan. Sick.
Oh, and Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, they did join the club with AJ.
Yeah, well, that comes from Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to talk about that. Anyway, Hardy Boyz picked up the victory. Cruiserweight champion Neville defeats Mustafa Ali. I mean, that was a whatever match.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't really...
Mr. McMahon makes Kurt Angle the general manager of Raw because Mick Foley was fired by Stephanie McMahon, and then she got bumped into a table by her own husband on accident.
Oh, it's true. It's damn true. And I love the fact that Kurt Angle is the new Raw general manager. This is going to be great for Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
Going to be awesome for Monday Night Raw. And the best move he made, we'll save for the end of the show.
All right.
But he did make a great move.
No, the end of the Raw roster.
The end of the Raw.
And then we'll go on to SmackDown.
Yeah. Now you had the debut of
The Revival defeats the New Day.
That was an awesome match.
New Day was my second, and then New Day was my first. So then I switched it up a little bit. The Revival was my first now, and the New Day is my second now.
The Revival from NXT is now your first favorite tag team in WWE?
No. Yeah, my first. And then Enzo and Cass, and then the New Day.
Wow.
No, actually, New Day's my fifth because Hardy Boyz is my fourth.
All right then. Revival does have a sick finisher, right?
Yes.
It's like a 3D mixed with a code breaker.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really sick. I really love that move. They're two throwbacks. I think if you took the Revival,
I didn't see this.
I think if you took the Revival and if you put them in the late 1980s, early 90s, they would still, they would slide right in with the talent of that era. They're just their style is timeless to me, and I think they're going to be awesome. Can't wait to see some maybe Hardys versus Revival. That would be a sick match.
That would be.
Moving on, Raw's Woman Champion match.
I did not see this match.
I didn't see this match either.
Bailey, Sasha Banks, and Dana Brooke defeat Charlotte, Flair, Nia Jax, and Emma.
Yeah.
Oh, Emma is kind of in like a new move.
Like a new gimmick?
A new attitude.
Yeah.
She doesn't do the bubbles anymore. Like she used to.
So what is she doing now? She's like Emelina or something, isn't she?
Yeah, she has. She doesn't used to have lipstick, but now she does.
Weird.
And she has like new clothes. She has glasses.
Yeah, I mean, that match, I don't know. I think we skipped over it or something.
Yeah,
I think we didn't really have no
not
interest
see
in that. No offense to the women's division. We love the women's, but it's just it was whatever with that match. I prefer singles matches anyway.
Yeah. What is this? Braun Strowman.
Oh wait, you had Brock Lesnar come out, and he was talking. Paul Heyman was talking about all the people that could be the next opponent for Brock. They said maybe Matt Hardy, maybe Jeff Hardy, maybe Roman Reigns, and the fans got very annoyed by that. They booed, and then all of a sudden, Braun Strowman.
I don't even think Brock can pick him up because in one of the Royal Rumbles he didn't pick him up.
Braun versus Brock would be like two runaway trains colliding.
Yep. I never saw Brock pick him up. I think I saw Roman pick up Braun Strowman. Undertaker picked up Braun Strowman. Those are the only two men that I saw who picked up Braun Strowman. I
don't think Strowman should have left the ring though. When Brock put the title down and was saying, "Come on, let's go," he should have stepped over the title and they should have had Brock leave the ring. That's what would have been good. And then Braun would have looked down at the title, picked it up and looked at it, and then threw it out of the ring towards Brock. That would have been a better scenario for me than having Braun walk away and say, on my time. I think when Brock put the title down and said, "Come on," Braun definitely should have stepped over it, should have gotten Brock's face, and then Brock should have pouted out of the ring. Strowman should have picked up the title and then threw it towards Brock. Don't you think that would have been better?
Yeah.
That would have been better. It would have made Braun look kind of like a punk. You look like a chump. You come out there, you step in the ring, you get face to face with the Beast Incarnate, and then, he lays the title down, and then you say, "On my time?" This is your time. You just came in to Brock's time. So do something with that. Don't leave the ring. And, it just left a sour taste, I think, in the fans' mouth. It was silly. I thought Braun was going to get a bigger pop than he did when he came out as well when his music hit, but he didn't. Whatever, no big deal. But, yeah, I didn't like that segment too much. I mean, I think Braun and Brock could be a beast match, but I didn't like that segment.
What was this? Sheamus and Cesaro defeat Enzo Amore and Big Cass to become the number one
contenders to the Raw Tag Team Champions. So Cesaro and Sheamus apparently beat Enzo and Big Cass. I think we missed that match as well, right?
Yeah.
We did. I think we might have passed over that match.
And I was probably sad about this.
Yeah, so now Cesaro and Sheamus are the number one contenders for the Hardy Boyz Championship. So maybe at Payback we see a Hardy Boyz versus Cesaro and Sheamus. That could be kind of beast.
And then maybe the last match will be Enzo and Cass versus the Hardy Boyz.
Maybe.
Because the first was Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows.
Mm-hmm.
And Hardy's pull off the victory.
Mm-hmm.
Next it will be Sheamus and Cesaro at Payback, probably.
Yeah, I mean, I can see them going a lot of ways with this. Right now, especially now with the addition of the Revival, like, this tag team division is stacked. You know, this tag team division is stacked, so they can go so many different ways with this.
And then maybe after the Sheamus and Cesaro, maybe Enzo and Cass, if the Hardy Boyz still keep it.
Quite possible. Quite possible.
Because all four of those men fought.
As long as the Hardy Boyz don't act like a cup of hate-ish. As long as they don't act like a cup of hate-ish. Let's see, let's move on here.
How you doing?
How you doing? Sami Zayn defeats Jinder Mahal.
What?
Yeah, who cares about that match?
Yeah. Oh, and we were saving this for the last. Kurt Angle.
Well, hold on. So, let's go back a little bit now. Chris Jericho's having an interview in the back.
Yeah.
And he starts talking about Kevin Owens putting his finger on the rope.
Yeah, and he puts it on the list.
And he puts it on the list.
Which is hysterical.
Which is very hysterical, funny, hilarious, and...
Kevin Owens is also on the list, though.
Is what?
Kevin Owens is also on the list.
Yeah, he is. So then, out of nowhere, Owens comes and Samoa Joe comes, and they just beat the daylights right out of Chris Jericho.
Beat the crap out of Jericho.
Forcing Jericho to leave that match and not be able to participate later tonight. So Angle had to, go crazy looking for a new replacement for him. And Rollins comes out, waiting for his partner, and then...
we have a return of the demon, Finn Balor.
Finn Balor's long-awaited return.
Oh, and he was the very first Universal Championship. He beat Rollins for it. Then, after that day, he had an injury, so then he had to give up the title. And
to Rollins, right? Oh, no, he gave it up, and then Rollins... And then they had a match for it where that's when Triple turned on Rollins.
Yeah.
And Owens became the champion.
Yeah.
So, anyway, it was great seeing Balor back. And this opens up so many different things for...
Maybe he can try to get his Universal Championship.
He can.
Back.
I mean, there's so many different things they could do.
Wait, but Brock has it.
Brock has it. The possibilities are endless right now with where they currently stand. Very happy to see Balor back. That was a great match. Balor and Rollins. Rollins, it was kind of, when we were talking about you with your wrist at Jiu Jitsu, it reminded me of how Seth Rollins with his knee was able to still compete.
With the bad knee of Seth Rollins and the bad hand of me.
Exactly.
Or the bad wrist.
The bad wrist. And you were still able to go out and do your thing in Jiu Jitsu, right?
Yes.
And Rollins still doing his thing. Yep.
Yeah. And actually, he flew over the ropes on KO and Samoa Joe.
He did?
Oh, and Rollins, he wanted Samoa Joe.
He did.
Wanted him.
He did.
He was the one who caused Seth Rollins' injury.
He did. So many different things they could go with this match. I'm really loving the condition at Raw's end, but let's continue. Let's jump down to SmackDown.
Because we just finished Raw.
We had the return
of Eric Rowan.
Eric Rowan made his return with Bray Wyatt and set up a main event match. Randy Orton and Luke Harper versus Bray Wyatt and Eric Rowan.
Very sad for Eric Rowan because he lost.
Yeah, he did lose. That was the main event.
I can't believe that Luke Harper and Randy Orton are finally getting along.
Hey, well, you know what? I guess they both have a hatred for Bray, but I still think it's a matter of time before the Wyatt family reunites in full. I think Rowan, Wyatt, and Harper will at some point reunite and cause Randy to lose his title and for Bray to become the two-time WWE champion.
Or they could have a fatal four-way match.
No.
Oh, no.
They're not going to do that.
No.
Because Rowan is
back and
he's with Bray.
He's with Bray.
He's on Bray's side.
Harper's with Orton.
but I think that they're setting that up. I think they're plotting. What I think is going to happen is Rowan, Harper, and Wyatt are going to rejoin and cause Randy to lose his championship at Payback and allow Bray to regain it.
No, I don't think so.
I think that could happen.
Harper and Orton did get along. They both hate Wyatt.
Yeah, but it could be a snake move by Harper.
Maybe.
Could be a snake move by Harper. SmackDown Women's Championship. Naomi successfully defended her title against Alexa Bliss. Good job, Naomi. Keep it up.
Ty Dillinger defeat Kurt Hawkins.
Ty Dillinger.
Defeat Kurt.
The Perfect 10? Is this guy's name? The Perfect 10? He makes his debut and defeats Kurt Hawkins.
Just like Neville did. He made his debut.
When?
It was before they did the draft. When he...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but you had the Revival come up from NXT in Monday Night Raw.
And defeats the New Day.
Then you had Ty Dillinger come up and defeat Kurt Hawkins.
Yeah. What the heck was that ring noise?
I don't know. Maybe someone's saying, it's time to start a match.
No. I had the app WWE Championships.
Oh, so maybe that was the app that went off?
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting. Now, my favorite...
Oh my goodness.
My favorite moment of both shows combined.
And
Shinsuke Nakamura debuts on SmackDown Live. This was the best moment from both shows. From both shows, in my opinion.
Yep.
Shinsuke, when Shinsuke's music hits, I get goosebumps. I
heard it like 3, 4, 2, or 1 times today. I heard it today.
Yeah.
3 times on YouTube.
Being a former professional wrestler myself, Shinsuke Nakamura's song, his entrance, his whole aura about him, the uniqueness is just so incredible. You know, I see this from a different point of view, and what he got going on, man, with WWE, being the international star he is just special, man. And Shinsuke on SmackDown with the likes of an AJ Styles, they had some awesome matches in Japan. This is going to be mind-blowing for SmackDown, especially the likelihood of him and AJ crossing paths. That is going to be awesome. Shinsuke versus... Who else do you think would be a good matchup for Shinsuke?
He already fought against Zayn.
Maybe against like
Samoa Joe.
Well, Samoa Joe's on Raw, right?
Oh yeah.
Well, that leads me to the possible shakeup. Did you hear about this?
What? No.
They're gonna have a WWE shakeup.
What is that?
That means that some guys from SmackDown are gonna go to Raw, and some guys from Raw are gonna go to SmackDown.
When is that?
I think it's happening next week. There's gonna be a shakeup. And AJ told Shane that he don't want to go nowhere. He's the face that runs the place.
He wants to stay on SmackDown?
He wants to stay in SmackDown. So, especially now that Nakamura is there, this was music to my ears.
I want Samoa Joe to go to SmackDown. And
I want Samoa Joe to go to SmackDown too.
And, Shinsuke stay, and they can have a match.
You know, part of me does want to see AJ... I did want to see AJ go to Raw before Nakamura made his debut.
What about AJ versus Shinsuke?
That's what I'm talking about.
That would be amazing.
That's the match that I'm talking about, you silly. The potential of that match is just awesome. that's gonna really be a phenomenal display in the ring. No pun intended. Actually, pun intended. Phenomenal. It's gonna be phenomenal.
Actually, I did a project in school today, and there was like P, and we had to think about stuff in spring, and one of us thought of phenomenal, so that's what I put.
So you said spring is going to be phenomenal? It is going to be phenomenal.
That's what
because the face that runs the place is going to eventually cross paths with Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yeah.
And that's going to be awesome.
Yeah. Baron Corbin defeats Dean Ambrose in a street fight.
I think it was a non-title though. So
yeah, it wasn't a title.
I think Corbin eventually, I did pick Corbin to win at Mania. I think Corbin will win at Payback.
No.
What about this? What if Corbin beats Ambrose at Payback, and then Corbin versus Shinsuke for the Intercontinental title? That would be sick.
And then
Ambrose versus Shinsuke would be sick too.
Oh yeah. Actually, this was one of the sick moments in this match, the street fight. Corbin picks up Ambrose and somehow does something. It's kind of like a spear. No, he picks him up and then he slams him through the table.
Yeah, that match.
It would have been cooler if he threw him in the table.
I wish that match was
or an end of days.
I wish that match was a street fight at Mania, because then Corbin would probably be the champion right now.
Yeah.
If that was the case. But yeah, I think we're all caught up here with all these
Shane McMahon
events.
and AJ find common ground as WWE prepares
to get shaken up. That's what I was talking about. The shake-up? The shake-up's coming. They're going to be swapping some people out. So on the Two Brurrs podcast, episode 3, we discussed WrestleMania 33, as well as the 2 other shows, Raw and SmackDown, which will give you a total of 3 shows. So on our 3rd episode, we talked about WrestleMania 33, and we covered 3 shows.
That's cool.
That is awesome. Do you have anything to add to any closing statements? Now that we're all caught up with the fans.
I really hope that AJ stayed on SmackDown.
I think he will. He acts to. I think he will.
Yeah. Randy Orton and Luke Harper defeat Bray Wyatt and Eric Rowan.
They did?
Yeah, they did.
That's right.
Bad luck for Rowan because he just returned and he lost.
Yeah, he did, right? Anyway, I just want to let the fans know that we will be trying to do the weekly podcast, most likely on Thursdays. That's what falls best for us in our schedule.
Maybe we could do all WWE. Maybe we could play some 2K.
Yeah, we're gonna be diving into different things. Oh my God! I think when I started this show, I said it is Wednesday, April 6th. It is Thursday, April 6th.
Yeah. Not Wednesday.
Not Wednesday. It is Thursday, April 6th.
Yeah.
That was a verbal typo. But we're gonna aim to do the shows on Thursdays. It works conveniently for both of our schedules, and so we just want to let the fans know we're gonna try to do it Thursdays, and we'll get it out either Thursday night or Friday morning. We want to keep a good schedule. We want to stay with the Thursday theme because we'll get to get the Monday Night Raw, we'll get to get the SmackDown in, and we'll be able to give a full discussion. Wednesdays is Jiu Jitsu day, so it's a little difficult for us to do it on Wednesdays. Thursdays, we're clear.
Yeah. We don't want to keep talking about WWE that much. We want to keep doing other stuff about about WWE.
That's right.
Maybe I could play with my action figures, or we could play with my action figures.
That's right.
Maybe we could play
some 2K
on PS4. Maybe we could play upstairs in my room.
Yeah, well, we're gonna try to switch things up. We're gonna try to bring some new. We're gonna try to bring some new topics up too. Maybe we'll be talking some days about some UFC.
Yeah.
You know, maybe we'll be talking about some Connor and Floyd pretty soon coming up, possibly. But we're gonna try to, you know, we're not gonna try. We will make this a weekly thing, and we will try to make it Thursdays. We're gonna aim for Thursdays.
Actually, I'm good for Thursday next week because I'm off. Or next week, vacation for spring.
Oh, so maybe we'll.
And I have no homework, I think.
So maybe
we could.
Maybe next week we'll try to do a couple shows. Maybe we'll try to give you some heavy content next week.
Yeah.
And we also want to get some special guests on the show. One, most importantly, is PokeMat22. We do want to get him on here at some point.
We also want to get my cousin.
Yeah, well, let's not spill too much beans, okay? Let's keep that on the hush. But are you good?
Yep.
Are you good? Do you think episode 3 was a success?
Yeah. PokeMat22 is actually my uncle.
He is, and he's my brother.
Yep.
But we will definitely try to get some. We'll try to get some guests on here.
Yep.
But do you have any closing statements?
No.
No? You have nothing to say? Nothing to close up with?
No.
Well, with that being said, haters will love us, but as long as you're thinking of us, all is well. You have a good day.